In this video, we are continuing lab 302. So we had made the table. Now we need to insert data into the table. So now we start writing our insert statements into the query. Let's start with a simple comment saying we are inserting data into pet underscore tbl underscore pet. Now let's go ahead and write our insert statement. Insert into table name. In our case, it is tbl underscore pet. We'll start the parentheses and start typing our field names. So the field names are pet underscore pet id, comma, pet underscore type, comma, pet underscore description, comma, we have pet underscore price, and maybe if the suggestion comes, you may accept it to do it faster, pet underscore cost, comma, pet underscore supplier, comma, pet underscore store ID. Okay, so we have entered all the fields. Then you can close your parentheses. Make sure whatever order you have entered the fields here, in the same manner you will enter the data. To keep the video short, I am typing here and you can pause the video to look at these values. So right after the field names, you will enter the keyword values, start a parentheses and start typing all the values for these fields. So pet ID is 1. It's a number, integer, so we don't have to put it in quotes. So just 1, comma. The second value is pet type, which is a varchar. So we have to put the value Yorkie within single quotes. Then comma, the third value pet description is again varchar. So it says dog, we have to put dog within quotes. The next field price is money. It's a currency or money data, so it doesn't have to be in quotes. So 550, cost 200, and then pet supplier name is a varchar, so we'll put that within quotes as Smith. Finally, store ID is an integer value, doesn't need to be in quotes, so I'll put that. That completes our first row. So I would end it with a parentheses and comma to indicate our first row is entered. Then we start the data for second row. Similarly, I'll keep looking at the instruction sheet and fill in the values for 2, poodle, dog, and so on. So you can pause this video and do that. So I went ahead and typed all the values. Just make sure you enter comma after every row and no comma after the last one. After the last one, you can enter a semicolon and hit go. So feel free to pause the video anytime you want to see what the code is. Now I'm going to go ahead and execute this code, and hopefully we don't have any typos, but we do. It says, okay, so I'm missing one of the Jones. It says it has to be an integer. So looks like I have done a mistake here. Let me fix this one, and I can clearly see it's this one right here. So the first Jones needs to be instead of Jones, it needs to be the value 250. So 250, that should do the trick. So you don't need that delete from. So once you have all of these, let's go ahead and see if we can execute the statement without errors. Execute. So it says 9 rows affected. It means 9 rows of data have been inserted into my table. To make sure I can see those, I will again do select star from tbl underscore pet semicolon go. So if I execute this statement, it should show me all the data that has been entered into the pet table. And here's this. Now that you have written the insert statement for the table pet, you can do the same thing for the other two tables that you need to create. The store table, and insert this data into the table, and then create the supplier table and insert all of this data into the supplier table. So once you have done that, we'll start working on the rest of the things in the next video.